So I've been wondering, can we make pastrami out of pulled pork, and is it gonna be good? Well, let's find out. Stay tuned. All right, so in order to make pastrami, we have got to make a brine, and there's a lot of folks on YouTube that are making their brine incorrectly because they're not including the weight of the water. They're only including the weight of the meat. So what I mean by that, if you're only using the weight of the meat to make your brine, you are not using enough curing salt, and that could be dangerous. So in order to make pastrami, we have to brine the meat for a few days, usually around 7 days if you're using brisket. In this case, I'm using a pork shoulder. I'm gonna go 7 days as well. And in order to keep that meat safe, you have to use curing salt so that it doesn't spoil on you. So I'm gonna show you guys the tub that I'm using to brine my pork shoulder. I'm using 25.54 pounds of water. I've already weighed it. The pork shoulder itself weighs 12.36 pounds, total 37.9 pounds. So I'm taking 37.9 pounds and multiplying that times 454 grams. There's 454 grams in a pound, and again, I've got 37.9 pounds. When I multiply that together, I come up with 17,207 grams. Now, I'm gonna take that number right there and multiply it times 0.25%, and I come up with 43.02 grams of curing salt. So I hope this simplifies it for you guys. I've seen a lot of people using tablespoons and not enough curing salt when they're making pastrami because they're not including the weight of the water. All right, so I'm starting with 1.5 cups of pickling spices. You can find these pickling spices at pretty much any store. Put that into my cast iron pan. Just gonna give these a quick toast to release the aromatics and oils from our spices. And don't stand so close to this pan because trust me, it will make you cough. All right, so I'm gonna add some of my water. I'm gonna add 4 cinnamon sticks. I'm also gonna be adding 1.5 cups of dark brown sugar and 1.5 cups of kosher salt. Now, if you don't want your pastrami to come out super salty, use equal parts of brown sugar and equal parts of kosher salt, and your problem will be solved. So all I'm doing at this point is melting the salt and brown sugar. You don't want this to come to a boil. All right, so next I'm gonna take my pastrami brine and toss it into my water. So get a little bit of water and make sure you rinse out your pan. And this water is included in the weight as well. All right, give that brine a good mix. I'm gonna toss this in my fridge for about an hour and a half, let it cool down, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so here's the start of the show, a 12.36 pound pork shoulder, and believe it or not, I paid 99 cents a pound for this. That is such a good price considering that beef is extremely expensive right now. So the only thing that I'm gonna do to this pork shoulder is to dry up the surface, and the second thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna score the fat cap side a bit, probably an inch deep, just to let that brine penetrate the pork shoulder. In case you guys are wondering what knife this is from Dalstrong. Check them out at the link below and get yourself a nice discount. All right, I'm gonna make some cuts in this direction as well. All right, so I'm gonna grab the brine and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so next I'm just gonna take my pork shoulder and toss it into my brine. And if I measured correctly, it should cover the entire pork shoulder. Oh yeah. And now the waiting game begins. I'm gonna toss this in my fridge for 7 days and I'll bring you guys right back. And just like that, our pork shoulder has been marinating for 7 days inside of our pastrami brine. Let's take a look at it. All right, let's take a look at this pork shoulder. Oh yeah, a little bit of color change. So at this point, all I'm gonna do is rinse this off in ice cold water just to rinse off any excess salt, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got the pork shoulder completely rinsed off. Again, that was just to remove any excess salt that may be on the outside. All right, so I'm starting off with a little bit of ground clove all over this pork butt. I can tell you one thing, this pork butt is going to be really tender. It's falling apart just sitting here. All right, next ingredient, a little bit of ground ginger. Again, just a bit. All right, next I'm adding a little bit of granulated garlic. And our last ingredient, some 16 mesh black pepper. Add a ton of black pepper. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty excited about this cook. Not only because we're making pork pastrami, but because I'm gonna be using my offset smoker. I've got it running at 275 degrees. Let's head outside. All right, so I've got my Bison Red Dog running at 275 degrees. And on this cook, I'm using post oak splits from Gourmet Wood Products. If you guys are looking for the best offset smoker for your backyard, make sure you guys check out Bison Smokers and check out Gourmet Wood Products at Academy Sports near you. Man, this is a giant pork shoulder. Look at that. I gotta tell you, this pork shoulder is so big that it almost looks like a bone-in picnic roast. All right, so I'm gonna shut the lid. I'll see you guys in 4 hours. Stay tuned. And just like that, 4 hours have passed. Let's take a look at our pulled pork pastrami. Oh yeah. But let's get an internal temperature here. Again, after 4 hours, we're sitting at 120 degrees, right in the middle. 135 on the thinner edges. Yeah, about 122 degrees. Remember that we did start with a 12-pound pork shoulder, so it's a big boy. So I'm going to give this about 3 more hours, let that internal temperature come up a little bit more, and get a little bit more bark on this pastrami pulled pork, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so we're at the 7-hour mark. Let's take a look at our pastrami pork butt right here. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that bark is looking really nice. Let's grab an internal temperature after 7 hours. Wow, 156 degrees still. That is crazy. I can usually smoke an entire pork butt in about 8 hours, but this one is just lagging behind. So that bark is good enough for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it in some aluminum foil real quick. Oh yeah, come here big boy, look at that. Still really juicy. All right, got her all wrapped up in aluminum foil. Hopefully that'll speed up the cooking process a bit. All right, we'll see you guys in a bit. Stay tuned. All right, so the pastrami pulled pork is ready, but let me tell you guys something. This pork shoulder took 12 hours to smoke, which is absolutely crazy. It normally takes me about 8 hours, but for some reason, this one took 12 hours. So because this pork shoulder took 12 hours to smoke, it was super late, so I ended up having a turkey sandwich for dinner. So it's the very next day, I held this pork shoulder for 8 hours at 150 degrees in my food warmer. Now let's take a look at it. Man, I can't believe that it took 12 hours to smoke this pork shoulder. I even cranked the temperature up to 300 degrees the last hour just to push it through. Oh man, look at that. That bark is amazing, nice and soft, super juicy, got a lot of juices inside of this foil. All right, let's see what we got on the internal here. Just gonna pull it up. Oh man, look at that. Really nice and tender, juicy as all get out. Oh man, and it does smell like pastrami. Look at this, beautiful. As I mentioned earlier, with the price of beef these days, man, we have got to get creative. And this is pretty darn creative, making pastrami out of pulled pork. Let's take out this bone. Perfect. Look at that. Nice and clean. The entire pork shoulder's got that pastrami red color. Look at this. Oh man. All right, so let's make our pastrami sandwich. I've got some rye and pumpernickel bread, lightly toasted. I'm gonna be using some of this Big Dill mustard from PS Seasoning. Man, this is one of my all-time favorite mustards, especially for pastrami or even a Reuben sandwich. Add enough mustard. So a classic pastrami sandwich only has mustard. Now if you want sauerkraut and Swiss cheese, well that's a Reuben, that's not a pastrami sandwich. But as always, you make it how you like it. Got a big chunk of this pastrami pulled pork. Look at that. We are not skimping out on this. I'm even gonna add some of those barky pieces. Look at that. That is all flavor right there. Put the lid on it, cut it in half. Look at that. Does that look delicious or what? Can't forget our pickle. Look at that. Let's give this a try. All right, let's give this pastrami pulled pork a try and see how we did. And you guys know I don't take little bites. Look at that. Here we go. You know, call me crazy, but this pulled pork pastrami tastes as good as beef pastrami, if not better. All right, let's give our pastrami pulled pork sandwich a try. Look at that. Mustard, smoked pulled pork, and rye bread. That's all you need. Here we go. Man, I gotta tell you, that combination of the pastrami pulled pork, the lightly toasted rye bread, and that dill mustard just works amazingly. This is an amazing pastrami sandwich. Can't forget the pickle, right? All right, all of you guys watching this video, stop what you're doing, go down to the store, get yourself a nice big pork shoulder, and make yourself some pastrami pulled pork. This is absolutely delicious. You know, the best part of making pastrami out of pulled pork is that it costs about 1/3 of what it costs to make it with beef. I will definitely be making this pastrami pulled pork again and again and again. It is that good. I hope you guys enjoyed this pulled pork pastrami video. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. See ya.